check out Dealing with a Range of Women on Vimeo. That's my latest Vimeo on demand video. Now, in that video, I'm going to tell you how to deal with women ranging from a 1 into a 10. Now, I know some of y'all probably be like, Rom, I wouldn't deal with the 1 anyway. You know, y'all know we got some dogs out there. And you're going to have to learn how to deal with them. Because I know, I know y'all be doing that 12 to 5 run. Y'all see that woman, you thinking ain't nobody else messing with her, so you going to mess with her. I'm going to tell you how to deal with her. I'm going to tell you how to deal with those funky fours and those foxy fours. Shout out Cousin T-Taw for coming up with that term. And then those average at best women, those women who are those legendary 7s, and then those women at the top. Because one of the things with women is the way they behave is very much a part of, like, influenced by how their beauty is perceived, how people will treat them. That's why, like, the beauty industry is so big. Women know, like, women know where they rank generally. All women know, even if they don't say it publicly, they know. They know. Like, you know, we wouldn't have this beauty industry or things of that nature. All I'm doing in this video is telling you how to deal with those women, depending on how they're seen in general. How they're seen in general. Let me be very clear about that, because I've been very clear. There's nothing objective. But if you have 9 out of 10 men who see a woman as a 5, and even if you see her as a dime, she's going to behave according to how those men are seeing her as a 5. But you still need to know how to deal with her, regardless of what, because a woman's beauty is really a part of who she is. Because a woman's main thing in this game of ours we call relationships, and this thing of ours we call game, is to draw a man to her. And a man is drawn to her primarily because of her beauty. So that's a power. That's a power. In fact, I know of a metaphysician. He said he talked about the power of beauty. I've known a couple of metaphysicians. They talked about it. So it's something. But every man, if you're dealing with a woman, you need to know how to deal with them. Because a lot of men don't know how to really deal with them. Like you say, those women in that ultra beautiful range, the 8 to 10 range, it's really an easy way of dealing with them. A very easy way. I talk about it in the video. You had to buy it. I ain't gonna give it here. I probably talked about it before publicly, but I've done a lot of videos. But I talk about it specifically here. So it's something that you really want to pay attention to, because you have to know how to deal with women. See, that's a big part of this thing of ours we call game. You have to know how you trying to get a woman, you have to know how to deal with her. Because one of the biggest mistakes that many men make is they not properly dealing with a woman that they're trying to get with. They doing too much with one, not enough with another. You know, they doing some stuff. They hand in one woman their wallet, taking her out, spending all this money when all they had to do is just make her laugh. They don't know. That's one of the things I'm doing in this video. I'm telling you how to deal with these different women according to how they are generally seen. Like I said, it's nothing objective, but if you got a bunch of guys who see a woman as a 5, that's how she gonna behave. If you got a bunch of guys who see her as a 9, that's how she's going to behave. So I'm telling you what to do. That's the key to it all. It's a range of women, because one of the things I talk about is you're not just dealing with them just for relationships. It could be business. It could be business. No telling what business that you're in. You still need to deal with that woman. Because one of the things with women, every time a woman's looking at a man, she's still thinking about sex. Now, I don't talk about it here in the video, but I want you to think about it. They always thinking about it even if they're not going to have sex. So a man has to think in the same way. Not necessarily even about sex, but okay, she looked this way. How are these guys treating her? I'm trying to get with her. Or I'm trying to make some money here. I need to treat her this way. I need to deal with her. So that's very important. Very, very important. So, and a link for it is in the description box. A link for it is in the description box. Definitely check it out. And attached to this video is definitely the trailer for that bigger video. So I always attach it, but definitely check out the link, check out the video. You can purchase it, you can rent it. Even though I offer it for rent, whatever you do, take some notes. Take some notes. Because that's the biggest thing out here. A lot of guys really don't know how to deal with different types of women. But I'm telling you how. They don't know. That's why. I mean, think about it. You trying to get a woman, you need to know how to deal with her. And that's all I'm telling. And I'm telling you how to deal with a range of women from 1 to 10. All right? 1 to 10. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Check out these videos. Check out what you learn from it. Get your notes out. And then when you get out in the streets, apply the information, okay? This ain't just for you to sit and just say, oh, that's some good stuff. Just go apply it. I'm trying to help you, okay? So anyway, that's all I got. And I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings. Check out Dealing with a Range of Women. And that's my latest on-demand video. Check that joint out. What I'm going to talk about in it is dealing with a range of women from 1 to 10. Now, even though I don't usually use the number system, I'm using it as a reference. And people know what I'm generally talking about. And one of the things that I really want to do with it is to help any guy deal with the different types of women he's going to meet out here. Because regardless of what women say, they know how generally attractive they are. And based on their level of attractiveness, it also affects their level of behavior. And so what I want to do is help a man, if he's looking at a woman and she's a consensus whatever, he'll know what to do. He'll know what how to interact with her. He'll know what he can get away with, what he shouldn't do, what he can't do. And he'll know how they're going to behave. In fact, that's going to be the main thing. You're going to know how a particular woman is going to behave, whether she's a 2, whether she's a 9. You actually going to know how she's going to behave. Therefore, you know what you can do with her. And see, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing, because when you can read a woman, when you can look at her level of beauty, and what I mean beauty, her level of consensus beauty, because of course everybody has their own like definition or who they think is fine. I'm talking about, okay, if this woman is a consensus 2, regardless of what you think about her, how she's going to behave. But if she's a consensus 9, how she's going to behave. And you want to look at all of that. And see, once you can look at a woman and determine that, then you can determine, oh, okay, I might have to behave this way. I can do this. It actually gives you a leg up in the game. It gives you a leg up. So that's very important. That's very important. So that's one of the things. And it's one of the main things out here, because a lot of guys, they'll run into, say, that consensusly beautiful woman, and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. Nah, look, no. You can still deal with them. You can still deal with them after this video. Or she might be average at best. And you'll know what to deal with her. Regardless, And yeah, even with the women who, shall we say, are unappealing, you even if you're not trying to get with them, hopefully you're not. But even if you are, or you're doing something with them, you know how to deal with them, because it's not even just dealing with the woman just for relationships, but it could be for business, it could be for whatever. You could be trying to sell something, you could be trying to buy something. Whatever the case, you know how to interact with each of these women. All right, so check out the video, take the notes, and after the video, if you really apply everything that I'm teaching, you'll be better. I'll just say that. You'll be better off in how you're dealing with different types of women, all right? So check out the video, all right? So just get started.